Hello everyone, give me a moment, I'm setting some stuff up.
The All Creator Live Archives said, "Hello everyone, please follow the YouTube guidelines, no spamming, no breaking up messages, no fighting, sit back, relax and enjoy."
Hello everyone, and welcome to another day of All Creator Live. I am back playing more Genshin Impact, and today we are going to be doing more story-related stuff. And the story-related stuff involves Novelet. Hello, new person, Nup Nup, welcome. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, it looks like Nep Nep. Little cat in a box. Oh, that's a cute emoji. I didn't know they had that. Alright, so let's get into it. We're going to be doing Novelet's story today, and if we have some time after that, then I guess I'll do a little exploration. Get all the waypoints on the world map.
I'm starting to feel a little tired from all our adventuring. Is it because we're always on the road? Paimon's heard that sitting down and reading a book could be a good way to unwind.
Well, I did half of that.
Since we're not too busy at the moment, why don't we visit the Knights of Favonius' library? Maybe we'll find something simple but fun to read.
Oh, okay. I guess we're not doing Novelet's story. What? Is there another event going on? I've been working the past 3 days, so I have no idea. There's a new event called Dodeko Bomb. Dodeko's Bombtastic Adventure. Alright, we're doing more stuff with Klee, apparently. Oh gosh, I completely forgot about this event. Yo, Roy! Hello! And welcome! More Genshin Impact. Sorry, no, DBZ stuff for a while. I'm going to try and do more DBZ stuff this week, but apparently there's a lot going on in Genshin Impact, and I had no idea. I gotta remember to play and collect these. I only have 4 more to collect, and I have 6 days to do it, so I should have the time. I just keep forgetting. I also have to do these tests. Okay, cool. But yeah, right now, apparently this is going on. I had no idea that there was a big event happening right now. Chasm Seahorse. Oh, right, that's the new enemy. Forgot about that, too. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff to do. I thought we were going to be taking care of Novelette's storyline today, but I'm wrong. Apparently we're doing this. They said, no, 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 no. You're gonna do something else.
Said. It's okay, I wait.
Ah, thanks. Whenever I play next time also, it's not really going to be anything too exciting because I finished all the story stuff. I only have like one side quest to do, and then most of it's probably just going to be training, you know, in the new 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament DLC. So that'll probably be the last stream that I do for a while. So I'm gonna try and pace it out, you know, because I don't know when the last DLC is going to drop, but it should drop sometime by the end of this year, and we have like 3 months left. So we getting a free weapon. Ooh, this is the first time we've gotten a free weapon. That's neat. Oh, wait, did it have something to do with a... It did! Wait, is that a weapon? I want to take a look. It is a weapon. Xingqiu gave me a free weapon on his birthday. Wow, how generous. Usually we just get food, and that's it. And that's weird. You know, it's kind of a surprise, too. I forgot today was his birthday. I'm not a character that I follow up on too much. Sorry, it's been a long day, but I will be fine. I will be alright to finish a story. I thought I was going to be doing this today. Nope, not this.
Said. Do you think the last DLC for DBZK is going to be DBGT?
Ooh, I don't know. I think we talked about this once before, but I feel like they'd have to make a lot of assets for that. Because there was a lot to Dragon Ball GT, and a lot of it really can't just be covered in one more thing. Plus, they still haven't done all of Super yet. They only did up until the Frieza fight. There's still the world's strongest and the Universal whatever it was, the big tournament, whatever the Universal tournament with there's a lot more popular stuff that they might want to explore first before they do GT. So
Roy Simons.
yep, this looks like the one we're going to be doing.
TOP.
Too OP. Yeah. Too much. It was too OP. Oh, right. I have to finish that, but that's not audio related. Apparently, this one is. I didn't think that they would be doing something like that. Right now, I guess because the holiday season has started up, they want to capitalize on the fact that everyone's doing Halloween.
Tournament of Power.
Tournament of Power, that's what it's called.
Keep up.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said TOP. I thought you were saying like too OP. I'm like, yeah, it's too much. GT is way too much. Because you gotta think, most of that was done with Pan. They'd have to create a completely new character. I know that they have short characters now, like Kid Goku, but they'd have to create a whole new move set for Pan, and not only that, but they'd have to get the voice actress. I don't know if it's the same as anyone else that they've had so far, but they definitely have to do that. There's a lot that goes into GT that we don't really take into consideration. But if they want to be true to the story, they're going to have to hire a bunch. Oops, I think I passed. I think it's over this way. Yeah.
Roy Simons. Said. Good point.
Yeah. So, you know, don't get your hopes up on that account. They might continue doing stuff with Super, they may go in a completely different direction and just cover one of the movies. I know that the movies aren't canon. A lot of the movies aren't canon to the series, so they might just do it as a little, just maybe just something fun, because Brody's story was a movie that was canon, and Trunks' future was a side event along with a story that was canon. So
And have to do Baby Super and Omega Shinran.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, if they wanted to do something like that. If they wanted to do GT, I feel like they'd have to break it up into pieces, which is what they seem to be doing with Super, because we only got half of Super's story right now. So if they planned on doing GT, they'd have to break it up. I mean, because look at the main series that they covered from taking care of all of Z, from the time that Vegeta showed up all the way to Kid Buu. They cut it up into pieces.
Between dry sheets of paper, you can make an attractive
and made it like several different arcs. So they'd have to do the same thing with GT, because GT is so long. And it looks like that's what they're doing with Super, because Super is pretty damn long. Alright, let's get the story started. There's Lisa and Klee.
Okay, got it. But fish taste best when they're freshly blasted. Grill them over a fire and they'll turn extra crispy and smell so good.
Don't worry, Jean has informed me about all that a while ago. So, I went ahead and placed some orders at Good Hunter. Over the next few days, their chefs will be preparing the best fish fresh from the lake and cooking them right away. Freshly cooked fish served with Klee's favorite spices and my specially prepared desserts. I'm sure it'll be just as delicious as your catches.
Okay, then I'll trust your taste, Lisa. I promise I'll stay in the city and play Dodoko's boom-tastic adventure. I won't go fish blasting or make any trouble for Albedo's friend. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon now. Is someone looking for us? Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon! Klee was just thinking about you and then you appeared! How'd you do that? Oh, did you somehow magically hear Klee's thoughts?
Said.
Oh, little
TBH, I was
cutie and
hoping that maybe
Paimon,
the
you're
Goku
here
Black
just
arc
in
of the
time.
TOP may
Looks
be
like
the
I won't
last
have to go to
Super
the trouble of
DLC for
writing you a
Kakarot.
letter now.
That's true. Plus the Goku Black series was part of the Super series, so if they had to do something from the Super series, I feel like World's Strongest would be a good place to start, but oh, I could be getting that confused with something else. I keep saying that, but I don't think that's what it was called. But they could do Goku Black, because that was after Frieza.
We had some time on our hands and wanted to look for something to read in the library. Anyway, what's Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure? It sounds way more fun than reading a book. It's a new game Lisa made for me. We came up with the name together. You're amazing, Paimon. You remembered the name so quickly. Whoa, you can design games, Lisa? Paimon thought that you were just into books.
I merely drew some inspiration from Shroomsplosion, a game from back when I was a student. It didn't really take too much effort. As long as we keep Klee happy during these unique circumstances, I'm willing to design as many games as she likes.
Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Klee mentioned Albedo's friend, right? Did something happen in Mondstadt?
It's not too serious, but the situation still has to be treated with caution. Recently, fish species native to Sumeru have begun appearing in Cider Lake. Allowing them to spread would put the ecological balance of Mondstadt's waters at risk. Luckily, Klee noticed some fish she'd never seen before while she snuck out to play. She caught a few and showed them to Kaya. If it weren't for Klee, I'm afraid most of the local species would have already receded by the time ordinary citizens fully grasp the situation. And if a change occurs in the underwater ecosystem, it could very well affect the quality of water in Cider Lake. Consequently, the entire wine industry of Mondstadt could be in danger, and that poses a major threat to our economy.
I saved the day! I even got praised by Master Jean!
That's so funny. She just decided to blow up fish one day and ended up saving all of Mondstadt. I can't believe she was able to identify the fish with how badly she blows them up. She looked at it like, huh, these chunks look different from these chunks.
So that's what happened. Whew, good thing Klee noticed the fish before things got out of control.
The investigation team sent out a few members to inspect Cider Lake and look for the origin of the intruding species. To avoid disturbing these little invaders, Klee has to keep her treasured bombs away for some time. The investigation team's instruments are extremely sensitive, so any explosion within a certain distance of the lake would affect their data. Jean said that Klee would definitely get bored being cooped up inside the city all the time. Albedo's busy making improvements to the reconnaissance company's experimental equipment, while Kaya just left for a business trip. So the task of looking after her fell on my shoulders.
But I'm not bored anymore because Lisa invented Dodoko's Bombtastic Adventure! Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon, let's play together!
All right, the game table is right over there in the garden. The orders I've placed at Good Hunter will also be delivered there. Please enjoy yourselves. It's not every day you get to play games with Klee, surrounded by the scent of flowers on the breeze, with delicious food delivered right to you.
Wait, Lisa, are you not coming with us?
Don't you think it'd be a little unfair if the game's creator joined in? I don't want to spoil the fun. Besides, as the librarian, I still have my basic responsibilities to take care of.
That just sounds like another excuse for staying indoors!
Run along now. Have fun playing with Klee.
Okay then, we'll catch you later, Lisa!
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
Sorry, I was just stuffing my face. I was really hungry.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
See, it's brought on the wind.
Please be quiet within the premises and refrain from making a racket.
I just wanted to check and make sure there wasn't anybody lingering around the halls here. Still can't go into that room. Okay, no Lisa around here. I wanted to make sure, because sometimes you get unique dialogue. Sorry, everyone. There we go. Alright, so while that cutscene was playing, I decided to finish up my dinner. I hadn't eaten in like 10 hours, so I was pretty hungry. Alright, so she said it was over in the garden, and this should lead us there. I had mozzarella sticks for dinner today. I usually have them with some marinara sauce, but I ran out. But that's okay, because they're good by themselves.
We're here, Mr. Honorary Knight. This is where we'll play Dodoko's Bombastic Adventure. Whoa, Lisa picked a really good spot. Paimon loves it here already. All right, teach us how to play Glee. Yeah, let's play.
Okay, so this isn't going to be like a grand event like how they usually have. But it looks like it's going to be a
If you
cute
press a
little
leaf
event that's
between
going to
dry
have
sheets
some
of paper,
cutscenes
you
to
can
it.
make an attractive and handy bookmark.
Oh, is Helga going to be participating? I never hear her. Oh, she's the one that... Never mind. She's a delivery person. Oh, for Good Hunter. Okay. I'm glad they finally got a delivery person. They had me do it one time, and I was like, okay. In fact, I think I made a video of it. And I put it on my original account. That was before I made this YouTube channel. So if you want to, you can go over to my secondary channel.
Did you?
Yeah, I had another channel that I used to play video games and post stuff on, but it got demonetized for reasons that involved my former partners that I was with, and you know, they just mismanaged my channel, and I ended up losing my monetization on it. And besides that, a lot of those videos were all heavily edited stuff, you know? There weren't live videos like how I do here. I was putting on my live stuff on Twitch, and I realized that I could make a secondary channel and put everything over there, because I don't know what direction Twitch is going in. With a lot of the business decisions they've been making, I don't know how long Twitch will last, you know? Things could happen, and
I know that pain.
yeah, things could happen, and Twitch could just suddenly no longer be a thing, and then all of those videos that I had would be gone forever. And I realized YouTube will probably be around forever. So taking all of my videos from Twitch and putting them over into a YouTube channel would be great. I just didn't want to put them on that YouTube channel because that one was made more for more for stuff that I actually work on and edit, and for my animations and things like that. It would be weird if I suddenly just started putting a lot of live streams and stuff onto that channel. So I felt
Joy Siamons
making a new channel would be best. And it's been working out
Have you
good.
ever streamed on Kick?
I don't know what that is. Let me see. I've never heard of Kick. I'll look into it, but I'm not looking forward to streaming to 3 different services because I'm doing 2 right now and it's kind of pushing the limit of my of my stream. My stream quality could be way better, but because I have to stream to both YouTube and Twitch, it's like, streaming to a third service would probably be pushing it, and it would look way worse. So I'll look into it, but I'm not gonna promise that I'll make a new account there or anything, But yeah, that's mostly why this is called All Creator Archives, because it's an archive of all of my Twitch videos, as well as all of my new stuff. So, oh, almost there. Alright, Klee, let's start up this game of yours. Well, let's talk to her first.
I love playing Dodoku's Bombastic Adventure with you, Mr. Honorary Knight and Paimon. Thanks for playing with me.
I'm having fun too. One more round. Should we walk you back home later? Let's take a break and continue later.
Oh, right. I can't stay out too late. I'll behave and go home when it's time for bed. But I know my way home. Let's meet back here in the morning.
I mean, it's not that far. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. I forgot that some things are sometimes time sensitive. Well, these don't look like time sensitive. You know what? All of them could be unlocked now. So, how long do I have to play this? Oh, 6 days. Okay, so yeah, everything's already unlocked because... Oh, whoa, what the hell? Where did she go? I guess she went home like she said she would. Because it's nighttime. I don't know, she'll probably be back, who knows. Okay, Dodoko's little trick. I guess this is just to learn how to play the game, because I have no idea. Oh, game tutorial. Defeat the spiky fish warrior using special Jumpty Dumpties to obtain 1 point. Defeat the spiky fish king to obtain 2 points. Special Jumpty Dumpties of different colors have different explosion area of effects. Keep their unique traits in mind and throw them well for a higher score. Alright, so we're throwing them. After a special Jumpty Dumpty is thrown, if it continues to make contact with spiky fish or objects along its path, it will automatically explode. After throwing a special Jumpty Dumpty, you can press and throw the button again to cause it to explode immediately. You can use this method to make the most of the Jumpty Dumpty's explosion radii. Alright. I'll have to play it because it looks like something similar to something I've done before, but... Oh. Now they give me the tutorial again. Right. I just read it, so. Alright, use the right stick to move. Press up and down to change. Switch Jumpty Dumpties. Okay. This one has a bigger area of effect. I guess if you make contact, they explode. Alright. Okay. This don't seem that bad. Seems pretty straightforward. Oh. Okay. Alright, this isn't that bad. Oh, that was weird. Let me try again. I didn't get rid of the ones that... Okay. Whatever. Oh, I only have 6 of these. So I guess I only have a certain amount for the other ones. I can't really see very well. Alright, I'm all out of those. Now I got these. Alright. Okay, well that explains why the other ones weren't blowing them up. I had... I was sitting there thinking I was using the same one. I didn't realize I had a limited amount of them. I probably would have strategized that better. Okay. Let's see what we get for that.
Roy Simons said.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple game. But you get rewards, so. Alright, now we got that one. Okay, cool. It looks like I don't have to wait for any of these. Who knows, I might get this done early enough to actually do the story for Novelette. I got 2 different ones now. That one has a very odd radius. Gotta strategize now. It would be nice if I could move the things in a certain direction, but I don't know if I can do that. I don't think I can. Change sides. Ah! Alright. That does change things. Okay. Alright, so I can't go to the back. I can only go left and right. You get a specific amount. So that does add a bit of challenge to it. Because you want to get the most out of each one. I only get 2 of those. I have 4 of these left. Goodness. 1, 2. Okay, I think I could do this. Oh no, I fucked it. Okay, I gotta try again. something about this perspective that kind of throws me off, you know? This perspective, I'm fine. I should do it. Nice. Man, it went up instead of to the left. This is a very unique game for this series. Usually whenever they make a challenge or a type of mini game, they always make it something that's kind of related to a game that already exists, but if this is a game that already exists somewhere out there in the world, I've never played it before, so pretty interesting. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Puyo Puyo, but not it's very board gamey, you know? It's not Tetris-y. Oh, right. It's going to keep doing that until I do Nouvelette's story. Whoops. I hope that poor bush is fine. Didn't mean to shoot it. Alright. Let's go. Alright, so we got some new rules here. Spiky Sneaky Seagrass and Spiky Stony Strongholds can withstand frontal blasts, but said seagrass will be obliterated after a single explosion. Alright. So it's gonna take 2 hits to get through the seagrass. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, look at that. I get 7 of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy. Well, if I do... yeah, that'll work. If I do 2 going up the middle, that should get rid of that. All 4 of those. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's why I have 7. Alright. Ah, fucked up. See, this perspective kind of throws me off of this one. Because I want to hit the button, but I hit it too soon, you know? Alright. Now 2 here. And now these last 2. But I have to hit this at the right time. Alright, and... there we go. Nice little brain teasers. I like this. It's the kind of thing where they give you time to plan everything out before you start. And even give you time in the middle of it. I like that they give you time. That's that's the point that I'm trying to make. If they gave you a timer up in a, like, if a timer up in the corner started and you didn't have much time to really think things through, I probably wouldn't like this game that much, but they give you plenty of time, so you just have to get
The
it right
value of knowledge
on the
cannot
first go.
simply be quantified.
Alright, new rules. I don't like that they're changing the rules all the time, though. After Crash Kaboom Mine is ignited, it can trigger a second explosion with a massive AoE. However, these explosions can still be blocked by spiky, sneaky seagrass and spiky, stony strongholds. Okay. So, if I detonate it myself, I'll get a larger AoE attack. Instead of letting it slam into the enemy. Also, we got moving ones now. That's not cool. Oh boy. Alright, so those guys move about 4 spaces. Up and down. Oh. I see what they're saying. The ones that are on the board are the ones that give me an extra area of attack. Okay, so those fish there are just to waste my explosives. So I gotta avoid hitting them. I gotta hit the bombs that they're running to or they're walking in front of. I can't hit them. Okay, I see what that's going for. Okay, since we got one of these, I can get rid of the 4 in the center here. Oh, no. You know what? Since I have 3 of them, I can do 1 there, 1 there. I'll get rid of those 2. I don't know what I would need the last one for. Let me see. Oh, I see. For the center up at the top there. Because then I can do a straight shot down the middle and hit that other explosion. Okay. Alright, so where am I going to start? I could start on the sides, but I don't think that's a good idea. Let me start with these 4 count ones. Because I have poor timing skills on the stuff that's really close to the front, you know? Alright, so these I just have to hit at the right time to where I don't hit those guys walking by. Oh, but here's the other thing too. How am I going to get rid of them? Oh, I see. I gotta detonate the bomb just as they're on the space just before the bomb. Like right there. Okay, I get it. I can't do it when they're on the last space. I gotta do it on the space just before. Or just after. Damn it, I hit it! Okay. Gotta restart. You know what? Because this one has such hard timing to get, I'll do those first. Ugh. Alright, I got it. So I gotta do it just as they're walking back. Ah! Their hitbox is a little ridiculous too, so you gotta be careful with that. There we go. Swap down to this. Right. And now I gotta get it right in the center there perfectly as they go towards the other fish. Oh no! Oh, I fucked that up. I was supposed to release it a little bit later. Whoops. Okay. Got him. Nice. And this last one will just go right up the middle. Woo.
In monetary terms.
Fun. Alright, 2 more challenges left. As long as they don't throw any more rules at me, I think I can get this done with enough time. Oh no! Oh no! There, not everything is unlocked yet. Crud.
Said. Good Joe, man.
Yeah. I gotta wait until tomorrow and the next day to finish these last 2. Darn it. Well, it hasn't been like an hour or anything like that, so it's only been an hour, so I got to experience a little bit of game. If I knew that I would have to wait until tomorrow or the next day, I would have done all of that stuff on another day and done all that stuff today. But it looks like the next time I stream Genshin, I'm going to have to finish this up and then do something else. I don't know what else to do. I mean, maybe some side quests, because there are plenty that I haven't finished yet. Alright. Let's go back in and check to see if Klee might be inside the Knights of Favonius headquarters when it's nighttime. Because it feels a lot like this little outing is made for all the Klee lovers out there.
Well, what games do you have?
What games do I have? Let me see. I'm going to be getting Sonic Superstars. I'm going to be playing that. Oh, I still can't go upstairs. Darn it. Stinking invisible wall. Alright, well, Lisa's not in here.
Please be quiet within the premises.
And we can't go into Klee's room. We can never go into there. And Jean or Klee is not in here. Alright. Just want to make sure of that. Let me see. There's that. I have another game that I specifically have for Halloween that I'm going to be playing. But as far as right now, let me think. There's Genshin, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I still have one more stream of that to do to get everything done on the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament DLC. Get all of that done. I still have to finish all of the DLC in Sonic Frontier. So that's those 3 games that I'm playing now and I'm going to be playing this week. Next week, I'm going to be starting the new game. I'm going to be starting Sonic Superstars. So pretty much this week, I'm going to be tying up all loose ends, getting everything done. And then next week, I'm going to be playing 2 new games. Alright, let's go back to Fontaine to take care of Nouvelette's story.
Said. Do you have Titanfall?
I do not have Titanfall. I don't think I do. Let me think. No, I don't have Titanfall. I was thinking, did I get it for free from PlayStation Plus? But no, they haven't offered it on that, so. There we go. I leveled up the thing. It's now level 3. My stamina bar has increased a little bit. Hooray. Yeah. How long ago did Titanfall come out? I know it came out a while ago. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it isn't a game that's free on PlayStation Plus. Well, I got a free constellation for doing that. Nice. Alright, let's start up Novelette's story.
I do have it for my Xbox.
Oh, okay. Well, how do you like it? Is it fun? I don't know what it is. Is it a first-person shooter? It sounds like it might be. I don't play those that often. Not as often as I used to. Oof. Oh, my neck is a little stiff. Hold on, everybody. Ow. Been a long day. Let's see, drink. Sorry, that was my arm. My arm rubbed up against the microphone.
Roy Simons.
And now I have to adjust the microphone. Dang
Yet
it.
it's an FPS game and is really fun. My only problem with it is the multiplayer.
Oh.
Simons said, I can't play it.
Ah. Does it require an online game pass or something? Because I found that that's a lot of things that people don't play multiplayer just because of stuff like that. Alright, let's start up Novelette's story. Diluvies chapter 1. Also got another key apparently. Oh right, because I finished the 4 things. Okay, cool.
It's been a while since we last saw Nervalette. Paimon wonders what he's been up to. Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. It's weird because you can start this quest after or before Act 4. So in Act 4 you learn that he's one of the old gods, one of the dragons. And it's weird. So is Paimon just going to be curious this entire time, or because we already know, is she just going to keep asking questions? That seems like a Paimon thing. Something Paimon would do. Is he at the opera house probably? No? Am I tracking this story? No. There we go. He's right in there. Okay. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure this is his place.
Roy Simons said, and in the story mode you can control a Titan, and in multiplayer you need to kill the other players to get your Titan ready to go.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I really wish there was something I could do to help you out. Are there forums for the game? Because, I mean, you could check on forums to see if anybody on there plays the game. Or is it an issue of you just can't do multiplayer because you don't have access to online multiplayer?
Wait, did I hear that right? Monsieur Nervalette, are you sure you'd like to take over the case yourself?
That's right.
No, but why? Technically speaking, cases like this are better left to the guards. Neverlet! Sedine! Hey there! What are you two talking about? Ugh, Traveler in Paimon, please help me talk our Chief Justice out of this. He wants to investigate a case on his own. Now, this is completely unprecedented. How can we have the Udex acting like a private detective?
Last stream on his PC.
Thank you for your concern, but I currently have no such plans. Oh, apologies. I took your question in earnest, but it now occurs to me that it was most likely in jest.
So, what is it exactly? It sure sounds serious if it's something you've got to investigate personally.
A Melusine named Kiara received a threat letter.
And then?
That is all the information I have acquired at this stage.
Huh? I have no idea why you're so hung up over this. I've checked the schedule in advance, and it seems like there aren't any trials today. So, if you insist, I have no objections.
Thank you for understanding. I will leave a note explaining my absence on my desk. I would appreciate it if you could take it to Lady Farina. She may have no interest in official affairs, but standard procedure dictates that I'm still responsible for reporting to her.
Yes, understood. I'll come back later and deliver the note to her. Judging from Sedine's reaction, it must be pretty rare for you to investigate stuff personally. What's so special about this case?
I cannot tell you just yet, but it reminded me of certain past events. There could be complicated conflicts of interest behind all this, so I must eliminate all risks in advance.
Come on, stop being so secretive! We still have no idea what's going on!
It is not my intention to keep you in the dark, but I need some time to revisit those memories and collect my thoughts. Long story short, a little more than 400 years ago, I became the Udex of Fontaine and initiated a series of institutional reforms. There were few people I could trust, but I had two subordinates who were exceptionally trustworthy and capable. Carol, a Melusine, and Vautrin, leader of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
They must have been amazing people to receive such high praise from you!
Indeed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to protect them. The reforms damaged the interests of some, and the more conservative faction took advantage of Carol's identity to instigate political unrest. Ultimately, they wanted me to yield more of my power. The incident resulted in Carol taking her own life, and Vautrin being exiled. From then on, I've been especially careful when dealing with cases related to Melusines. All Melusines used to live a secluded life away from human society. I granted their wishes when some of them, including Carol, asked me to bring them to the court of Fontaine. Many common folk believe that I share a special bond with the Melusines, and whatever they do can be traced back to me. Some of them, especially those who hold a grudge against me, exploit that belief and stir up conflict over Melusines in an attempt to lay the blame on me. I have nothing against the opinions of others, but the moment a whirlpool of conspiracy forms, it inevitably affects the innocent. It has already happened once, and I want to make sure it does not happen again.
Hey everyone, sorry my sister's having technical problems.
Roy Simons said, "Oh, okay."
Sorry, everyone. I don't mean to leave you on this screen. It's just there's stupid stuff going on. Hold on. Sorry about that, everyone. We were having a problem with our password for a thing, and I had to figure out how to reset it and everything like that. So it was like a 15-minute break. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to take that long. It's just, you guys know how passwords can be. Hey, 4K. Also, sorry, Roy, if you're still there. I didn't mean for it to take that long. It almost took about 15 minutes. All right, let's get back to let's get back to the story. I'm sorry to have you all waiting here on this image for so long.
Even so, why do you have to be the one investigating? There's the guards, the Marechaussee Phantom, and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Aren't they more than enough to figure out what's going on?
Based on prior experience, there is a high chance that those who hold hostility towards me do not belong to the same department. The political system of Fontaine is relatively complex and involves the interests of multiple different factions. However, since I am technically an outsider in Fontaine, a lot of trouble could be avoided if I personally took on the case.
Outsider? But aren't you the Chief Justice of Fontaine? Why would you be an outsider?
I understand where you are coming from, but there is not necessarily a connection between my responsibilities and how I perceive myself. You know very well about my true identity, and have even met others of my kind in other nations. Even though I was born with a human form, there is a fundamental difference between dragons and humans. Taking on the role of Chief Justice does not make me a part of this community. In fact, the status I was granted has prevented me from forming deeper bonds with others. I have lived in Fontaine for a long time, but I do not belong here. That is why I call myself an outsider, a fish out of water.
Yeah, we have nothing to do with all those organizations anyway. So how about we come with you on your investigation? Let's team up and round up all the bad guys lurking in the dark.
That does not sound like a bad idea. I rarely investigate cases on my own, but with professionals like you around, I'm sure it will go a lot smoother.
Oh, Paimon's starting to get a little embarrassed. Just leave it to us.
I will write my note of absence right away. Let us depart together once I'm done. Let us go. We should visit Kiara first and try to gain a better understanding of the situation.
So Neuvillette feels like he doesn't truly belong here in Fontaine, but is that really true? Paimon feels like he has a kinda skewed perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, let's catch up with him first.
All right. And I'm sorry again about all this,
Paimon's
but
been thinking.
I do have to.
You called yourself a fish out of water, right? But since you're the Hydro Dragon, would a dragon out of water suit you better?
Thank you for your suggestion. I will consider using the more accurate term in private occasions.
Right.
Please allow me to rephrase. Has a dragon out of water?
Ugh. That sounds kind of weird. Let's stick with the previous version instead.
It is just a saying, Paimon. Gee. All right, so I'll be right back. I have to go and make sure everything's functioning all right because of the password change and all that stuff.
Imacian just to say it's good to have me in this stream.
Okay, I'm back for good this time. We definitely got everything fixed. Again, I'm very sorry that all that happened. I took up like 30 minutes. Almost 30 minutes. 20. About 20 minutes. So, I hope you all enjoy listening to this music over and over again. I know it's kind of boring, but I do the same thing when I go on breaks anyway. Gosh, that was... It's because they started changing their payment plan, and because of which a lot of the devices that we were using the service on had to be relogged into, and the password that I used to have was very encrypted and kind of difficult to type in. Plus there were two separate passwords, and it felt weird that we had two separate passwords. And you know, I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to make an entirely new password, since neither of those seemed to be working. It made no sense, but yeah, I just made it a completely new password. I don't know what the deal was with the old password, you know, because we had them written down. It's like it was changed at some point and nobody wrote down the password. I don't think I did. You know, that's the thing. I'm worried that maybe somebody hacked into our account to watch stuff for free and then changed the password and kind of decided not to lock us out in the process, which is nice and all, but you know, at the same time, it's weird because I don't know. I don't think that's what happened. It could have just been a case of me making a new password and then just not writing it down, you know? But whatever. Oh my god, so many side quests in Fontaine. Jeez, they're everywhere. Even the most simplest person just sitting down reading a book is a side quest. Man, I really hate when I have to leave you guys to do stuff and it takes me a while. Because then I come back and you guys don't know if I'm back yet or not. Oh, did Roy? I just now saw what you wrote, Roy. Like, it's good to have me in the stream. I guess it is. I guess it's good to have somebody in the stream. Because, I mean, goodness. And sorry, 4K, you showed up. You said hi. Well, you said oh, but still, that's kind of a way of saying hi. I didn't mean to leave you all hanging for so long. You know what? I won't. I was planning to take a break, but I won't take a break. I'll just keep playing through the story. I mean, I shouldn't have to use the restroom or anything like that. I just ate dinner. It's gonna take a while for it to digest, so. Some of these Melazine, like, I don't know why they wanted to live here in the city with others. They don't seem to do anything that important. The officers, I understand. Then again, I don't understand that either, you know? I already said this once in this stream, but it's like having poodles as your guard dogs. It's a pigeon! For a second, I thought it was a rat of some kind. I was like, is that a rodent? I mean, it would be accurate, but...
Keep up.
I don't think they do that in Genshin. Ooh. Okay, let's go.
The weather's amazing today.
Kiara,
Huh? Monsieur Neuvillette! And you are? Oh, I remember. You're the Traveler and Paimon. I've heard about you. Aw, she's adorable. Hey there, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for the compliment. Is there anything I can do for you?
I heard from Sidine that you received a threatening letter.
A threatening letter? Oh, right! I remember now. The letter fell through the crack in my door as I was heading out this morning. It said something about catching me, so I thought someone wanted to play hide and seek. But Sidine told me it was a threatening letter, and that I could be in danger. But that's not gonna happen with everyone looking after me, right?
Have you run into any suspicious-looking people recently?
Suspicious-looking people? What counts as suspicious? Ah! Did you think of something? Nope. I don't remember meeting anyone like that.
Do you still have the letter with you? I want you to show me what it says.
Oh, let's see. found it!
Now then, get lost. If you don't leave the Maréchaussée Phantom, I will come and catch you in person. Don't say I didn't warn you. A simple threat. Neither the handwriting nor the content itself reveals anything about the writer's intentions. We can't rule out that possibility. Since you can't think of anyone suspicious, I will be heading back to the Palais Mermonia to review some official documents. Kiara, you should come with us. It's safer if you stay close by.
Sure! Wait, no. I still have a case to work on. I promised Alof that I'd check on her place later.
But you are being watched right now. Going off on your own could be dangerous.
And that's where we come in to help. We'll stay with Kiara and make sure she's safe. With us around, anyone scheming to hurt Kiara can forget about it! Thank you, Traveler. Big Sis Paimon. Don't worry, your Big Sis Paimon is super strong!
All right, let us go our separate ways for now. Please take care of Kiara.
We'll take her to a lost place right away! See you around! So, Kiara, how old are you? Let me think. 1, 2, 10? I can't remember. But I remember coming to the Court of Fontaine with Carol and Neuvillette. That must have been a long time ago. Carol? Didn't Neuvillette mention her just now?
Yeah, 400 years
That
ago.
was more than 400
Yeah.
years ago. Why would Paimon be a big sister to you?
Yeah.
My memory isn't that good. But Carol told me I could address others based on how I feel about them. Paimon feels a lot more grown up than me, so you're a big sis. Huh. Paimon sees. Hey, Traveler, did you hear that?
Or what?
Strange. Paimon felt like someone was following us. Olaf!
Kiara, you're here. Huh? Wait, aren't these two...
Oh, they're the Traveler and Big Sis Paimon.
I thought so. What brings you here? Did you run into any trouble?
It's not really trouble anymore with us around. May I begin inspecting the store as planned?
Of course. Go ahead.
No hazards detected. You've cleared the inspection. Seems like the criminal from that case last month never set foot in here at all. That was quick. What were you inspecting? I took a look around the shop. Neuvillette says that us Melazines have special eyes that can see things people can't. Things like bloodstains. No matter how hard you try to clean them up, we Melazines can see their residual stains for some time. Pretty cool, huh?
All right. Now that you're done inspecting, can we have a chat? Hear me out. I'm planning to release an outfit for children next month and wanted to hire you as my model. Is that okay with you?
Of course! Is there anything I need to do?
Please wait a moment while I take your measurements. The sample should be a perfect fit.
Seems like they get along really well. Huh? What are you looking at? Is there really someone watching us? Shh! Let's sneak over and take a look.
Let's leave the person we're guarding and walk all the way over there.
I think light and frilly clothes look best on you. You definitely look cute wearing them.
I love them too. Especially the soft and fluffy kind.
Hello, you. I knew it was her.
Strange. Why isn't he back yet?
Gotcha! Ah! Charlotte, what are you doing here? Oh, wait, don't tell Paimon you're the one who sent Kiara that threatening letter. But you don't seem like the type to...
Threat letter? What threat letter?
That bird, though. The camera cut up quickly to the bird, and the bird was like, I don't want to be on camera, and just left immediately. It's like, suicide's better than seeing myself on camera. Just flew right off the screen so fast. I was like, what the hell? The bird dropped like a stone.
Said. To saying it's good to have me to be in this stream.
Aw. It's alright, Roy. Thank you for saying that. I said earlier on, it's good having anyone in this stream, really, so thank you for being here.
This is starting to feel like an interrogation. Okay, I'll be straight with you. I don't know the slightest thing about that threat letter you mentioned. I only wanted to follow Monsieur Nouvelet and request an interview with him.
You want to interview him?
That's right. I'm not the only one, you know. Interviewing him is every journalist's dream. But it's not an easy task to accomplish. The Palais Mermonia rarely accepts appointment requests from us, and we never have the chance to interrupt when the court's in session. So imagine how surprised I was seeing him out on the streets today. It seemed like you were investigating something too. The perfect opportunity to whip up an exclusive, don't you think? Of course, I'll make sure to turn in my manuscript to him for review. I have my principles, and I'd never publish an article without the consent of all parties involved.
Yeah, we're doing a secret investigation that can't be made public knowledge.
I see. Well, if you say so, I guess I'll put this matter aside for now. What a shame. Chances like this don't come by very often, you know. In exchange, could you tell me what the threat letter is about? I swear I won't tell.
All right, then.
What? Someone's targeting a cute little Melazine?
Shh, not so loud.
It just so happens that I did an interview with Kiara. Last month, in fact. It was well received by our readers, so I was planning to continue the series. And now someone's coming after her. I'll ask my colleagues about it. Who knows? We might find something. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. This secret's safe with me. But I gotta warn you, even if I keep my lips sealed, others will know eventually.
Why?
People care a great deal about Monsieur Nouvelet's each and every move. Some may have already realized that something was up. Besides, the case involves Melazines, so... Anyway, I'll get going now. Watch yourselves, alright?
Well, that was a nice chat. Let's head back and check on Kiara.
Huh. Seems like there's a taboo around the Melazine that we're probably going to learn by the end of this. Interesting stuff. Oh no! Goodness, why is she here?
What do you think? The design looks pretty good, huh?
I think it's great!
Huh. It's very pretty indeed.
Haran! What are you doing here? It seems that you just showed up out of nowhere.
As I passed by the Palais Mermonia, I heard that Nouvelet was investigating a case with you. Technically speaking, he and I are under an employer-employee relationship. It didn't feel right to have my employer personally take on such trivial cases. I happened to have some time at the moment, and came to take a look. I sometimes have my clothes custom-made at this boutique, in any case, so we always have a lot to talk about.
Ah, Nervalet sure is lucky to have someone like you.
Leave this to me. You should go meet up with Nouvelet.
Okay then, we'll leave Kiara in your hands. Come on, let's go find Neverlet.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't mention this to Claren earlier. I mean, she is Kiara's boss. It would probably be best if she knew about this.
Keep up.
I guess Neverlet just wanted to take a more personal approach because he feels responsible for the Melazine being here. It's so weird though, you know? Why would people dislike the Melazine? It's like disliking puppy dogs. You know? I'm sure at some point dogs had to be introduced to society, and it's not like people were like, yeah, I don't like these wolf things. Gotta get rid of all wolves. This friendship between wolves is a bad idea. I don't feel like that was a thing, or ever was a thing. I mean, I realize there are people that don't like dogs, but they're not like, all dogs have to be taken out from society.
Keep up.
It's not like they're taking anyone's jobs. Most of them are just security detail. They're part of the police force. And that's an issue with the government, so it's weird that anyone would want to get rid of them. Oh, right. I forgot there's a separate room. The elevator always confuses me because there are two rooms that you have to go through in order to get to the elevator. And then the elevator is in like a separate compartment in and on itself, so. And then depending on what floor you're on, it'll be in one or the other. It's not very confusing, but it can get a little confusing. See, I expect the elevator to be like this, you know? Just a single room that you go in and you're inside of the elevator. But at the very bottom, it's like two separate rooms. I'm still kind of glad I don't play this game on a PS4. Do any of you realize how long the loading screens are on the PS4 version of this game? Oh my god. It was so annoying having to go inside and outside of buildings.
Oh, you're back. Is everything all right?
We ran into Claran. She offered to help us protect Kiara.
That is good to hear. I trust her abilities. It looks like Kiara is in good hands.
We thought so too. Well, did you find any leads?
I've been looking over the case records, specifically inspection reports submitted by Kiara and major cases I have judged over the past decade. I've come up with two plans. On one hand, I could start with Kiara and track down the group behind all this step by step. On the other, I could also analyze the conflicting interests of these major cases and confirm my suspicions if there is indeed a mysterious group that bears a grudge against me.
They both sound like pretty solid plans, but can you really finish browsing through all these documents? That's a lot of reading even for Paimon.
Don't worry. I'm a fast reader when it comes to official documents. After all, I have several hundred years of reviewing under my belt.
We'll help you read through them. We have nothing else to do.
Thank you. I will continue looking through the ones piled up on the desk, but feel free to browse through anything else in this room.
Oh boy, time to read. You know what? I'm just going to let you guys pause the video and read these things yourself, because there's quite a few of them. Oh no, it's this kind of reading. You know what? Yeah, I'll let it set to autoplay. You guys can pause and read this stuff. I thought it was going to be like how they have the whole screen reading usually. Oh, before I finish reading, I should talk to Nouvellette and see if he says anything unique.
You're done reading already? Please wait a moment, I still need some time.
He's like, oh my god, they got done so fast. I'm a great dragon. How is it they can read faster than me? They must be lying. I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear that. And one more. I gotta stop biting my fingernails. Can't help it. It's a bad habit.
Have you made any progress?
We skimmed through some of them, but there wasn't anything useful. Oh, there's so many documents lying around. Just how many cases have you handled?
I would love to answer that question, but the truth is I've never made a precise calculation myself. If memory serves me right, there should be at least 100,000 cases. The documents you see are just a small fraction of what's really there.
Whoa, that's a lot. Looks like the work of a Chief Justice isn't easy at all.
That might be how it seems from another's perspective, but trials and official duties are, to me, simply routine. There are many documents here. Take a break if you are tired.
You read Paimon's mind.
All right, let us take a break then.
Even though resting is a part of taking a break, shouldn't we at least talk about something? All this silence is making Paimon feel really awkward.
Please pardon my lack of consideration. People rarely come to the Palais Mermonia for matters outside of work. To be quite honest, I am not sure what we should do. Would you like to have some drinks, perhaps? You must be thirsty after all that work.
Ooh, drinks! Thank you! Paimon wonders what Nouvellette likes to drink. Oh, maybe he's a fan of really fancy wines. He seems like the type of person who'd own an entire winery. You know, like D-Luke. What's inside these glasses? It looks just like water.
It's because it is water. You're in Fontaine, Paimon. What do you think we drink? Oh, okay, anyways. Yeah, that is something surprising here with this location being inspired by France. I was definitely looking forward to seeing what their take on wine was, but I've yet to see any mention of it now that we've been in Fontaine for so long. You know? Because, I mean, France is a huge thing in, or, no, wine is a huge thing in France. I was going to say France is a huge thing in wine. And then I stopped myself. I was like, wait, am I structuring this sentence right? Alright, well, let's see what this is.
An astute observation. It is indeed water.
It's fucking water. We're so disappointed.
So it's just plain old water?
What did you think it was?
Since you're the Chief Justice and all, Paimon thought you'd prefer something more sophisticated.
This water is indeed very special. It would not be an overstatement to call it sophisticated.
Huh?
I believe you've already tried Fonta. In fact, there are many other drink factories in Fontaine, including those that specialize in packaging pure drinking water. Said water is sourced from all across Tivat, including Mondstadt's Cider Lake, Liyue's Chintsa village, and Inazuma's Konda village. Here is one of their latest products, water from Sumeru's Apam Woods.
So this is like an issue of drinking different types of water. Like how you would find in a store, there are several different varieties of water that you can buy. I don't know. I'm with the traveler here. I don't really feel like there's any difference between any kind of water that you would drink, you know, unless you have slightly flavored water. But everyone's like, oh, there's such a huge difference. And I'm like, water's just water. I don't... And yet those same people will be like, oh, this chocolate's better than this chocolate. I'm like, chocolate's just chocolate. Why do you think that there's such a huge difference between these things that have just clearly the same taste to them? Oh, it's subtle differences. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you and your stupid subtle differences. Everybody wants the most of everything, and yet they claim to be able to taste subtle differences, and that's not the case. If you have an extreme of something, it's going to dull your taste buds. So get over yourselves. You're lying to it. You're lying to it. You're lying to everybody.
If I were to comment on their mouthfeel,
Fucking
the waters of Cider Lake
mouthfeel.
warm the heart. The waters of Chintsa village have a poignant touch, while one might call the waters of Konda village placid. Distinct differences exist between the waters of each area. You will appreciate their intricacies once you taste them carefully.
I doubt it.
Really? Let Paimon try!
Time Lords. Said.
What do you think?
Jason, what s up? Sorry I'm late.
Nope. Paimon couldn't taste any difference at all. Isn't this just normal water?
Exactly, Paimon. It's just water. Hey, Time Lords, welcome. And, it's alright. You're here, that's all that matters.
How regrettable. It seems like you still have a long way to go in refining your tastes.
Hey, this doesn't have to do with refining our taste. Paimon's pretty sure most ordinary people can't tell the difference. How did you do it anyway?
Exactly. Like, it's not an issue of... When it comes to, like, HD televisions and stuff like that, when there is a slight upgrade in HD televisions, you can tell the difference because it's a scientifically based thing. It's something that's actually programmed into something, so you can tell the difference between the two different types of televisions. Not just by looking, but also by going into the source code and everything that's used to make the TV. When it comes to water, just saying, oh, you're not, you don't have a refined taste yet. You'll get used to it. That's stupid bullshit. Stop lying about it.
Oh, could it be because you're the Hydro Dragon? We are allowed to bring that up, right? Since no one else is around? Oh, Paimon's been wanting to ask this for ages. If you're the Hydro Dragon, why would you become Chief Justice in human society? Sorry. Paimon was just curious. You don't have to answer.
That's actually a pretty good question, Paimon. Literally all the other dragons that we've met are all in exile, or they don't do anything with humans anymore. Some are even super dangerous.
There's nothing to hide. I was simply organizing my thoughts. I accepted this position because I wanted to seek out answers to questions that have perplexed me.
Questions? Are there really things you can't figure out?
Many, in fact. But the one question that puzzles me the most concerns my own existence.
And yet this person thinks that they have a refined taste when it comes to tasting water, of all things. I can understand wine because you can do certain things to wine, but it's just fucking water. I get that it comes from different places and shit like that, but it's water. Water is water. It's H2O. There's not really much else to it other than the fucking germs and shit that get inside of it and then end up inside of you. You know, if it's not processed, which is an important process, which is an important part to water. Otherwise, you're just drinking sludge.
In essence, I neither know why I was born in this form, nor do I understand where my long life should take me. I lost many memories from the moment I was born. The primordial sea, for example. I can only vaguely recall its connection to me, but I am unaware of what that connection is exactly.
Oh, okay, Time Lords. So I'm glad you're not mentioning it. We'll learn. We'll get through this story arc. Don't worry. I thought we were going to be doing something else earlier on today. For the first hour, I was doing that Dodeko bomb puzzle thing, but I can't finish it up because the last two unlock tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for that, Time Lords.
Perhaps the elemental dragons of other nations may have some form of an answer. However, they are scattered across all of Tevat. Abruptly visiting could very well pose an unpredictable risk.
True. Some of them have very unique personalities, too.
I have been holding on to these unanswered questions for a long time. But there is one thing I've discovered along the way. My emotions easily resonate with those of others. Even I don't have the slightest idea what they mean. My guess would be that there are at least some similarities between humans and myself. By observing their behavior, perhaps I could one day understand the meaning of my existence.
Have you made any progress then?
Perhaps, but I find such progress difficult to describe. As an outsider, chances to engage in meaningful interactions with others are few and far between. That's why I'm quite thankful for this chat. Such opportunities are rare. Alas, time is limited. We should move on with our investigation.
Are we gonna continue reading these documents? Paimon's getting dizzy already.
I wasn't able to find any leads even after browsing through most of the documents. But while we were on the topic of water a moment ago, another idea came to me.
Water? Do you mean...
That's right. The Fountain of Lucine is where all of Fontaine's waters converge. It is the vessel of countless memories and emotions. If there really were an organization attempting to use Melusines against me, they should also hold an intense resentment towards me. Perhaps we'll be able to find some new leads by sensing the hydro element within the fountain.
Huh. Why didn't Paimon think of that? Come on, let's go take a look!
Perhaps we should go. There shouldn't be too many people near the Fountain of Lucine during the evening.
Goodness, that's something that I really didn't think we would talk about. But yeah, that fountain. I didn't know that about the fountain. I didn't know that it was the source of the water for Fontaine. And since Fontaine is the source for water all across the Tevat, then that will make it the source of all water. It's a very interesting fountain. Glad we're looking into it because...
Tomorrow, Anti-Star Rail will be released, which is 2 HRS wave.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I mean, it'll be the same weight for everyone. But still. Oh, shoot, that's right. It's all the way over in front of the Opera House, isn't it? Alright, well, I'm gonna take the Aqua Bus. I'm not gonna... warp. I don't use the Aqua Bus enough. And they have cute little dialogue things that happen, you know? Feel like I should be using the Aqua Bus more often just to hear them. I think... Is the second floor of the Aqua Bus, or is it the third? I'll try the third, then the second. Okay, yeah.
Welcome to the court of Fontaine. Please watch your step.
Hello. Immediately.
Time Lords said, people end up hating the narrator who explains about Fontaine in the Court of Justice.
Welcome, passengers from abroad. Tour guide Elfan, at your service. The destination of this aquabus is Arenius. The island experiences rainy weather all year round. I do not know if this is due to the frequent visits of Lady Farina and the Chief Justice. I recommend that all passengers bring a raincoat. If you haven't got one and need to buy one now, don't worry. The Navia line runs all day, so you can simply catch the next boat. Some people worry that the success of the engineers in improving Mecca will result in the replacement of humans and Melazines in Fontaine. Passengers, these fears are unfounded. Mecca have no need for food, clothing, and shelter, nor do they seek happiness and entertainment, and will not spend a single mora in pursuit of these. In these aspects, we possess advantages that machines cannot hope to surpass. We've arrived right on schedule at Marcotte Station, Arenius. Please take note that cleanliness expectations are high in this area. Littering is heavily penalized, and in some cases may even carry a prison sentence. So, I caution you against eating anything while enjoying the scenery.
I don't like the way that it just suddenly cuts over there like that. Bye, Elfane. Okay, now we gotta walk the rest of the way. Another side quest right there. Wait, what's that? Oh. Where's that gonna take me? Whee! Just to the top of this hill? Probably. Yep. Whee! Those two dancing down there. I gotta admit, even though they're like a boss battle, it's kind of nice to see. Just two robots dancing.
Time Lords said, this Melusine Dosti seemed that enthusiastic about explaining about the Court of Justice.
Oh yeah, she's one of those kinds of people that doesn't really like her job. Or, well, you know, she likes her job, but she's very unenthused. Not about the job, but just about life in general. There are a lot of people like that. I'm like that. Except when I'm playing video games,
I
apparently.
probably shouldn't disturb them.
Time
Huh?
Lords said, I like my job
should
when
I?
I'm emo.
Yeah. Should I talk to him? I mean,
I wonder what's going on.
with what? Is this guy part of the event? It's weird that he has voice dialogue. Alright, well, let's continue, I guess.
Looks like we got lucky today. There's hardly anyone around.
What should we do next? Oh, Traveler, can you still hear the voices from the fountain?
Perhaps leave the investigation to me. I need you to take a few steps back and keep a safe distance.
A safe distance? Nicolette, what exactly are you... Whoa, it's glowing!
Yeah. Everything does kind of look different. I don't remember these lion statues. Either that or I just don't pay too much attention. And I guess you do. So. Well, I guess we'll go in the only direction we're allowed to go in. Everything sepia tone.
Thank you for bringing us here, Monsieur Neuvillette. The Court of Fontaine is truly incredible. There's so many things I've never seen or heard before.
I understand your excitement, but there's no need to thank me. Although I have responded to your wishes, it was not without personal interest. Melusine's special sight make them especially suited for joining the Maréchaussée Phantom. I'm certain you'll become an indispensable part of Fontaine's detective force.
Time Lord.
I know, but I'm really glad to be of help. Not only can I repay you for your kindness, but also, it feels like my life has become a lot more meaningful.
But a meaningful life also comes with its risks.
It's definitely the safest to just stay in the village, but I want to see the outside world nonetheless. In truth, I've never really understood the purpose of my existence, or what I'm capable of contributing to this world. For almost 20 years, we've stayed in our village without finding any answers. That's why we wanted to leave our village and look for the meaning of our existence elsewhere.
I understand your confusion. In fact, I feel the same way. I too came here for an answer to my questions about my own existence.
Really? Could you tell us what we should do to fit in as you did? The truth is, many people threw rocks at us today and told us to go back to our village. It hurt a lot when they hit me in the head, and I tried really hard not to cry.
Logically speaking, both time and effort are essential when different species attempt to peacefully coexist. It will be a difficult road ahead, with countless obstacles to overcome. Different identities and ways of thinking all contribute to strengthening the barrier between one another. Removing it will be no easy feat. There aren't many suggestions I can share, because just like you, I haven't fully integrated into this society. Despite my social status, I am still an outsider.
Oh, I see. Let's all do our best then. I'm confident that we'll find the meaning of our existence one day.
I believe in you, but you shouldn't lose sight of the difficulties ahead. If you run into any trouble, I suggest that you inform Vautrin, the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Huh?
Siamons.
Is he the person I met in the Palais Marmonia earlier?
Yes? Do you have any concerns?
That stone-faced human. He didn't even bother to look at me when I tried talking to him. It felt like he wasn't interested in anything but work.
Hey, Time Lords, I think Roy is trying to get your attention, bud.
He is an earnest man. There will be plenty of opportunities to work together in the future, so please try to get along.
Alright, so just as I suspected, we're in the past. Back when the Melazine first arrived in Fontaine. And when I heard about them throwing rocks, I'm like, why? Why would you throw rocks at something so cute?
Said.
Oh no.
Hello. Can I help with anything?
Thanks, but no need.
Oh,
Simons. Said. Oh, thought that you weren't there.
hello. I'm Carol, a Melazine. Is there anything you need help with?
Get away from here! I'm calling the guards.
Simons.
Please, calm down. I don't mean to
Okay,
cause
how are
any
you?
harm.
Hard to say.
Yeah, we should probably stay away from these monsters. Haven't you realized? Strange incidents have been increasing ever since they came.
Why should we trust this species from who knows where anyway? I can't believe Nervilet allowed them into the court of Fontaine just like that.
Exactly. That so-called Chief Justice even granted them official positions. Not only that, but they're now responsible for investigating cases as well. I swear, there's some hidden agenda at play here.
Go away! Quit acting innocent!
I'm not leaving. I won't let you say bad stuff about him.
Time Lords.
We joined the Mare Chaussee Phantom and solved
I'm
lots
fine,
and
I'm
lots of
currently
cases.
multitasking, so I
We've
can't
never
respond
done
ASAP.
anything wrong.
Solving cases? With Nervilet in cahoots with you? You could have fabricated it all, and no one would know! So tell me, how can you guarantee that you Melazines aren't involved in anything that occurred recently?
Didn't I tell you before? Don't go advertising if you're not a good talker.
Vautrin?
Aside from spreading unjustified rumors, if you continue insulting members of the Mare Chaussee Phantom, the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol has every right to subject you to interrogation. There have indeed been an increase in cases recently, perhaps due to the shifting currents of conspiracy, and I understand your concern. However, there's been no evidence pointing towards Melazines being involved.
Even the captain of the security patrol is on their side. Nervilet's newly reformed police force is already corrupt to the core.
How can two completely different species possibly coexist?
You heard that?
Yeah. I don't understand. Why won't anyone believe us?
There have been rumors saying that you were born from calamity, and that you inherently bring danger to those around you. There are countless negative rumors about you floating around in Fontaine. It's near impossible for you to become a part of this society. Best if you give up before it's too late.
Monsieur Nervilet said that we needed to put both time and effort in. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can at least try making my best effort. I still want to try a little harder. Thank you for bailing me out earlier. Okay, I won't be taking any more of your time. I painted a lot of flyers last night, so I have to stay and hand them out to everyone.
Give them to me.
You're not gonna take them away, right?
We'll hand them out together. The faster we get this done, the sooner we can head back.
Aw,
Time Lords.
poor Melazine.
That's because I'm not actually fond with DBZ Kakarot, so I don't usually join the stream mainly because because it's mainly combat and story-based and I'm not fond with combat part of it.
Yeah. A lot of times people don't tune in to the live streams of Dragon Ball Z. I noticed that a lot of people do watch them though. So that's why I keep making those streams, because I know there is an audience of people who like to watch, but they don't come to the live streams. So yeah, don't worry too much about it, Roy. And I'm not about to tell people to come to things. That would be rude. Yeah. There's a huge following. It's just a lot of them don't tune into the live streams, you know? It can be difficult, especially because my schedule isn't the same as... And I've noticed a lot of,
Time Lords. Said, my friend is obsessed with DBZ. Roy Simons. Said, okay, I want tea.
Okay. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people from Brazil tune into my YouTube channel, and a lot of them watch the Dragon Ball Z videos. So it could be an issue of scheduling, you know? I don't know. I don't know how obsessed a lot of people get. They could just be watching because they want to see somebody else suffer playing the game. And I do suffer a lot. But I do it just for, you know, just because I love Dragon Ball Z so much.
Monsieur Nevelet, what's this?
Medals of Peace, awarded to you and Vautrin. Thank you for your continued dedication in the past 5 years. You've taken one small step forward in helping Melusines gain the trust of humans.
I think I'll pass.
Hey, don't say that. We wouldn't have made it this far without you. It won't be long before Melusines begin living peacefully with the humans. Just the thought of it makes me happy.
Don't keep your hopes up. We've barely scratched the surface. There's still a long way to go before that dream of yours comes true.
You blockhead! Don't ruin the mood!
Vautrin brings up a good point. The trust humans have placed in you is still very fragile. Any small incident could undermine the hard work you've put in. Please be on your guard for the next few days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it.
Medal of Peace? Peace isn't going to give us back what's rightfully ours.
Are you sure we should do this? We're no match for Neuvillette, even with all our powers combined. What if...
Nah, not gonna happen. As long as he remains in his position, there's no chance he'd take us out personally. There are rules even he must comply with in the political sphere, unless he wants to become an enemy of Fontaine. So quit worrying and just go ahead with it. I've already planned out the murder. Once we lay the blame on the Melusines as the person who brought them to the court of Fontaine, Neuvillette will be left with no excuse.
I guess you're right. Ugh. If he just left things the way they were, it never would have come to this. But he's forced our hand. Time to teach him a lesson.
Turn the murderer in!
Melusines can't be trusted! That goes for Neuvillette, too!
Peaceful coexistence? What a joke! Get out of the court of Fontaine and don't ever come back!
The results of the investigation are in, Captain Vautrin.
Go on.
There is no direct evidence, but reasonable inference indicates that the ones controlling the situation are supporters of the old regime, whose interests have been undermined by the reform. They tricked Miss Carroll into going to the crime scene and pressed charges against her. After that, they incited panic among the people in order to make Monsieur Neuvillette confess to his mistakes and yield up power. The guards were stopped by the enraged mob and couldn't intervene in time. Miss Carroll chose to sacrifice herself to pacify the situation.
And she called me a blockhead. A little investigation would have cleared things up. Why didn't she wait until we'd established the truth? She didn't have to prove her innocence like that.
The situation had rapidly escalated to a physical altercation between infuriated citizens and the guards. Miss Carroll might have thought there was no better plan.
That is indeed something she'd do.
Captain Vautrin, should I present these results to Monsieur Neuvillette right away?
There's no need. Notify the guards to restrict public access to all information.
Restrict access to... Wait, are you planning to...
There's something I've never told Carol. I had a little sister named Ilaria who passed away when I was very young. She's just like Carol in every possible way. Innocent, kind, always believing the best of people. People like her are the most vulnerable to deception and betrayal. From the moment I met Carol, I knew that she'd be easily manipulated by others. I kept a cold demeanor and tried lecturing her into giving up.
Looks like she was unfazed by that.
Yes. In fact, some of her spirit must have rubbed off on me instead. Because I too began working towards that pie-in-the-sky dream of hers. I should have known. Those cowards don't have the guts to confront Neuvillette. They even avoided causing trouble for me. They were after Carol all along. Can you understand how I feel? Right now, there's only one thought on my mind. Only through bloodshed can their debt be repaid.
I understand, but I'm certain Monsieur Neuvillette wouldn't accept that as a solution.
That's exactly why we need to keep this a secret. Give me the list of suspects. What happens after this has nothing to do with any of you. I will take responsibility for everything.
Did you know? They're hearing a major case today, and the criminal is Captain Vautrin of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Apparently, he resorted to personal measures to seek revenge for Carol and settled the score with the group that framed his friend. Hey, why aren't you saying anything?
I'm thinking... we should try our best to bail him out when the trial commences.
Bail him out? Why?
Shh, keep it down! Haven't you realized? Both Vautrin and Carol are Nervillette's most trusted subordinates. After everything that happened to Carol, Nervillette's guaranteed to do everything he can to keep Vautrin around. Besides, now that the old regime has been uprooted, Nervillette's status is secure as can be. As long as we redirect public opinion, Neuvillette will be able to give Vautrin a reprieve. The benefits are endless.
Vautrin sought vengeance for his friend for a valid cause. This represents the justice he upholds. Please, think about it. If the same thing had happened to you, wouldn't you feel the same way he did?
Yeah, that's right! This whole thing started because of those despicable cowards who levied false accusations against Carol. How could Vautrin be declared guilty for seeking revenge?
Monsieur Neuvillette.
Mr. Vautrin is innocent!
He's innocent!
Order! I acknowledge your arguments. Vautrin, your revenge could be seen as a form of justice. I understand your decision, which is why I cannot help but feel regret and even grief about the judgment I must now impose. Personal justice does not equate to justice as defined by the law. To execute your plan for revenge, you abused your authority and conducted informal executions. Your actions have thus violated the law. Therefore, you will be declared guilty.
What? That can't be! Monsieur Neuvillette, please give this a little more thought. He has done so much for Fontaine.
Vautrin, my friend, is there anything else you want to say?
Neuvillette, what have I done to deserve this? I've closely followed every one of your orders. Can't you see? Everyone in this room believes that I'm innocent. Why can't you just let me off? Is this what justice means to you? Answer me, Neuvillette!
Order.
Sorry guys, but I'm out.
Since there have been no further objections, the Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vautrin. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, Mr. Vautrin will be declared guilty.
Goodbye, Monsieur Neuvillette.
This all happened because of Carol's naive ideas.
Roy Simon.
How can different species peacefully coexist anyway?
Later Time Lords.
Hey, stop spacing out!
All right, Roy. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you later. And I hope you have a great day. Wow, looks like you two had a really lengthy conversation. I hope it was productive. Alright, see you when I see you, Roy.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
Apologies, it seems like my memories got the better of me. I tried my best to suppress the power of Hydro within myself, but it seems like it still caused the emotions within the Fountain of Lucine to boil over. Due to my negligence, the overflow of emotions and memories must have affected you as well. Are you all right?
Wow. The Hydro Dragon is more powerful than Paimon thought. Anyways, the last time we came here, the Traveler only heard voices from the Fountain of Lucine. No emotions boiling over or anything.
It is as you said. This might be because I am different. It is not only the fountain. I can sense emotions from all waters in Fontaine. Rivers, lakes, and even the rain.
That sounds awesome!
But I rarely ever do anything like this. Emotions carried by water are always chaotic and disconnected. As an outsider, having my mind occupied with irrelevant memories isn't exactly a pleasant experience. Which ones? It's fine. I prefer not to speak of those memories. But that does not mean I am deliberately hiding them. It was a coincidence, but perhaps it is a good thing that you saw everything in that form. You should now understand why I believe there to be a conspiracy behind all this. These two cases are much too similar. I felt like I needed to do something.
Paimon's starting to lose track of what you're saying. Don't leave Paimon out of the conversation. Paimon wants to help too.
Well, Paimon, it seems like they're trying to do a repeat situation here with, whatever the little Melusine's name is, Kiara. And, this time they're planning to make it stick with Cloren, like, they're trying to get it to the point where Neuvillette will look past the fact that somebody has done horrible deeds in the name of justice. Because once he rules that the person who committed murders in the name of justice isn't guilty, that just opens the floodgates for lots of people to do things in quote-unquote the name of justice, to the point where Nervalet wouldn't have a say in the matter, and the courts would no longer be able to function correctly. And you know, that's just not the way it is. We saw with Child, even when Nervalet was ready to give him the okay and saw that he wasn't guilty, the system itself said that he was. So
then let us get back to the point. While I was investigating the fountain, I discovered something strange. I did not sense too much hatred towards me within its accumulated emotions. However, I did find some resentment directed towards Kiara. If I remember correctly, it seemed to be related to a smuggling case. I don't know what caused this to happen, but it seems like there won't be a shortcut to finding the organization that may be pulling the strings here.
Oh! Didn't we read about that in one of the documents?
yeah, it looks like the main reason why so many people are upset with the Mezzaline isn't because of the Mezzaline themselves. It's because they want to commit crimes, but the Mezzaline have such great sight for figuring this stuff out, it prevents them from doing the crimes that they want to do. So that's the entire reason. There's nothing wrong with the Melazine. They're just trying to make the Melazine look like monsters in the eyes of the people so that they themselves can commit crimes without being noticed by the Melazine's great eyesight. That's just fucked up.
You've read about it. In that case, the resentment should have come from that incident.
Huh? What are you doing here? I was just about to look for you at the Palais Mermonia.
Navia! Nice to see you again! Is there something we can help with?
I've heard some things, but I'm not purposely asking around or anything. Don't worry. Rumors are abroad that someone's scheming against Melusines, and that you're investigating the case. So I told the Spina di Rosula to keep an eye out for leads. We've had unfamiliar faces showing themselves at the Fleuve Cendre lately. Maybe you'll find the suspects among them.
Thank you. Where did you hear about all this?
The Chief Justice out on investigation, accompanied by the Traveler from afar. No matter how you conceal your whereabouts, there will be countless eyes watching you. You talked to Kiara, but didn't ask her to keep things secret. People curious to know asked around for information, then it was only a matter of time before word of the threatening letter spread all across Fontaine.
So that's what Charlotte meant.
Indeed. I did not expect that this could be kept hidden for too long, but the rumors still spread faster than I imagined.
You know, it could be because you attract more attention than you think. Anyway, any progress with the investigation?
The suspects who threatened Kiara might have to do with a certain smuggling case, but it is still uncertain if there is in fact another party behind all this. We are planning to return to the Palais Mermonia to revisit some details and identify the senders of that threatening letter.
All right, then I'll round up the Spina di Rosula and follow up on their progress. Wait for my word. Ta-ta!
Neverlet, do you think there'll be any problems now that the word is out?
I have already considered that possibility, and I do not think that there will be any. As a matter of fact, once the word gets out, no one would dare to harm Kiara in broad daylight. What is more important is how the case is perceived by the public. 400 years ago, they chose to side with the old regime and direct their resentment towards the Melusines. I hope the same won't happen again. Let us head back to the Palais.
Strange. What are these people doing out on the streets so late at night? Did something happen? Let's take a look around.
Have you heard? Someone's plotting against Amelazine! This is 100% the truth. Even the Chief Justice is investigating in person.
What? That's it! Who's been threatening Melazines? Show yourself!
Our enemies are lurking in the shadows and won't easily reveal themselves. But no amount of hiding will keep us from finding them.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. The guards have already begun to take action. We can't just stand by and watch.
I don't know. I feel like something bad's going to happen. Like, at some point, someone's going to die in the name of something, and then everyone's going to be expecting things to play out exactly like it did several hundred years ago.
Think about how much we owe them. Now that they're in danger, how can we just sit back and do nothing?
Everyone, please stay alert to your surroundings from now on. If you see any suspicious persons, report them to the guards immediately.
It feels like you've been following me this whole time. Did something happen?
We were informed that.
Nope. We just finished our shifts and happened to be strolling by.
Have you had dinner yet? Why don't we check out the new items at the dessert shop together?
This isn't a good time to be out and about.
Come on, don't act tough. I bet you're hungry too.
All right, let's go buy a cake or something.
You shouldn't ever skip meals, especially if you have another shift scheduled for later.
I heard even Nervilette's keeping an eye on the situation. This is the perfect chance to get promoted. We gotta make sure we give it all we've got.
Seriously? Were you planning to shirk your duties if Nervilette wasn't involved?
Relax, I was just playing. We've worked together for years now. If something happened to them, I'd be haunted by regret for the rest of my life.
See, here's the thing too, a lot of the people, probably even most of the people, actually do want to protect the Melazine. Which will just help the assailant's case even more if one of them either dies or if somebody dies as a result of all of this. That's what they're playing at. If somebody dies as a result of this, then they could play it up as, oh, that person was going to harm a Melazine, so I had to kill them, and therefore justice was served. And then that'll just open the floodgates for people who are looking to do things in the name of justice. While if a Melazine dies, then everybody will blame the person, and then the person will be arrested in the name of justice, and then that'll just open the floodgates entirely. This person pretty much feels like they have a checkmate situation going on, but you know, there are ways to get around this, and that's just to make sure nobody dies or nobody gets arrested without probable cause, you know? We have to figure out exactly who it is that's doing this, and we have to find all of the evidence that links them to why they're doing this, as opposed to just messing with Melazines. We have to figure out why they're messing with Melazines, and it can't be a stupid excuse like, oh, just because I don't like them. Yeah, you can't really get anything done if somebody's innocent, and you can't get anything done if you arrest someone without the full story. So that's what we have to do. We have to find the full story on what's going on here, have the person arrested, and just hope that nobody dies, you know?
That's more like it. We should stand guard until the criminal has been caught.
Come and fight me instead, you cowards!
Have you heard? Even the special patrol came to help.
Shh, look. Is it that Nervilette? I think he's looking at us.
Looks like there's nothing to worry about.
This is truly wonderful.
So, wanna go over and say hi?
No, I should stay where I am. My appearance could give rise to unnecessary commotion. Let us stick to our plan and return to the Palais Mermonia. The faster we uncover the truth, the better.
Yeah, all those years ago, Nervalet made the right call. Because even though the guy killed people in revenge for having Carol die, he just shouldn't have killed them in the first place. That was not the best way to handle it. Not only that, but it just, you know, all this is happening again because all of that happened. He just went crazy and killed a bunch of people who he suspected of causing Carol to commit suicide, and because of which now we still have the same situation going on. Nothing was learned, no lessons were taught, no truths were revealed.
Said, I might lose a lot of money if I ask to make Need Wheelet S jacket. I have to keep an eye
Oh God, don't do that. Woof. Don't need to lose a lot of money.
Time Lords said, ES jacket is so cool it's shaped like the ocean.
Aw. I mean, far be it from me to tell you what to spend your money on, Time Lords. Just don't go bankrupt buying a jacket. That's all I gotta say.
The smuggling case was solved by the joint forces of the guards and the Maréchaussée Phantom. This is the one. The list of involved suspects should be... Ah, found it.
What does it say?
The principal offenders Domenico, Inica, Yuna, and others have been caught. They have been sent to the fortress of Meropide following trial. Those with close connections or mutual interests with the offenders but who did not participate in the case will not stand trial. Among them, surveillance of Essin has ceased on account of his good behavior. All other personnel remain on our watch list.
So many names. Is the one who sent that threatening letter to Kiara on the list?
Yes, there is something suspicious about Essin, to be precise. It seems like he's closely related to the core members of the smuggling case, and he moves around without much restriction.
Monsieur Nervalet, someone claiming to be from the Spina Durasula just checked in with us. He said, and I quote, "We have located the suspect. They're chatting at the cafe."
Huh? How did Navia find them so quickly? We've only just figured out the suspect's name.
I too am perplexed. The cafe isn't too far from here. We should head over and take a look.
Alright, to the cafe. Hopefully we can pick up something to eat. Paimon.
I'm not good with tailoring and my mom retired from that, so asking someone to make it would require the material and what its price should be along with measurements.
Oh yeah. I have no experience with that, so I have no idea what to tell you, bud. Yeah, I, I don't think that is going to, end with any kind of death or anything like that. I know I've been talking a lot about, oh no, what if somebody dies and stuff like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, if somebody died, then that would just be like 100% bad ending, you know?
If you press a leaf between dry
So
sheets
there's
of
no way
paper,
they're going to do
you can
that.
make an
It would be
attractive
weird to
and
write
handy
them out of a
bookmark.
corner like that, you know? Oh, wait. I gotta get on top of that floor. I'm gonna remember that guy forever. The guy that yells, "It's not about the money." He just always stands out to me. As opposed to all the other things people say as I'm running through Fontaine.
Keep up.
Oh wait, am I on the wrong side? No, I'm on the right side. Just on the wrong floor, or wrong level. Here we go. It was on the bottom floor. There it is. And there she is.
Time Lord.
Hey, Navia, we're here!
Said. It's because money can't buy everything, for e.g. it can't buy love or happiness.
Whoa. Check out all these people. Hey there, are you Navia's friends too?
These are the people who have had recent dealings at the Marechaussee Phantom. They're usually hidden in the Fleuve Cendre, but I sent for someone to invite them over.
Invite them over?
Exactly. Now, I heard there's great coffee here, and so I asked them if they'd like to come and have some.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to be guests of the Spina di Rosula.
I've wanted to have a meetup like this for ages.
Something feels off. But, oh well. Let's get back to business. Is there anyone called Essan here?
Yes, that's me.
You're Essa?
Yes, monsieur, Nervilette.
Did you write that threatening letter to Kiara?
I did, but I was just following orders.
Orders from whom?
Domenico, he was my boss. I couldn't disobey his orders.
Domenico? Where is he now?
The fortress of Meropide.
Well, I'm afraid even the Spina would have trouble looking into that place. Looks like you'll have to make the trip yourselves. This was as much as I could do.
You've done more than enough. I'm extremely grateful for your help.
Leave the formalities for later. You should find Domenico first. If he really is the one setting up the conspiracy, it'd be best if he's exposed as soon as possible.
All right then, let's head to the fortress right now.
It's very interesting that a lot of stuff in Neurolet's storyline requires literally everybody in Fontaine. Yo, Eternal, what's up? Okay, we got one of these things going on here. Unfinished comedy world quest. Yeah, let's continue the current quest. I'm not really working on unfinished comedy, so I like that they added that now. I don't have to finish one thing in order to do another. Yeah, this is weird because not even Zhongli's quest line, story quest line involved so many cast members. So it's weird to see this in a person's storyline. Usually when you're going through someone's storyline, you only deal with that character, but Nevertheless, it's like everybody in Fontaine is part of this. This feels more like an Archon quest, you know? Either that or like a holiday event kind of thing, you know? Wait a minute. I could just warp there, right? Yeah. I hope this is the right one. Nope, it wasn't. I have to go down. But luckily I'm on the top floor and access the second to top just by jumping.
It's Monsieur Nervalet.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Fortress of Meripede, dear esteemed guests.
We're back! Oh, and a greeting from none other than the Duke himself! Guess we made a name for ourselves at this place.
This isn't anything new. I figured you had important matters to discuss when the two of you, not to mention the Chief Justice, showed up. Let's assume we've gone through the pleasantries and cut right to the chase. I do remember a thing or two about Domenico. He once attempted to round up the other inmates and instigate a protest.
Who does this guy think he is? Paimon hopes nothing came of it.
He once attempted to, I said, meaning that it was over before it even started. And now he's threatening Melazines, is he? To be honest, Domenico doesn't seem like much of a conspirator. The fact that the three of you bothered to personally investigate raises a flag. Is there something else going on behind the scenes here?
He's got the same concerns we do.
I am concerned about this incident because something similar has occurred in the past. I wish to meet Domenico in person and have my questions answered.
That's an easy one. Let me think. I think he's at...
Oh, did I hear someone say Melazine? What happened? Siegeween!
It's the thing! The thing!
Yeah, and we're investigating. The person who threatened her seems to be imprisoned here. Really? Is Kiara gonna be okay?
There's no need to worry. Clarande is protecting her as we speak.
Well, that's great. But if the criminal's still... Is there anything you can do about this?
Ah, head nurse. Do you require me to personally deal with the criminal?
Wriothesley.
Okay, I get it. I'll bring Domenico to you. That's your only demand, correct?
Think of it as more of a humble request. I'm here on my own accord, not to formally transfer a criminal for trial. I urge you to set aside any concerns. Thanks for the trouble. Consider me in your debt.
Whoa! If Paimon were you here, Grace, Paimon would take this chance to ask for something really important.
Well, were I still a criminal, I'd probably ask for a lighter sentence. But I'm sure Monsieur Nervillet would reject that. But enough jokes. I'll look for Domenico and bring him to you. Make yourselves at home. Our dear head nurse has mentioned you quite a few times, so I'm sure she has a lot to say.
Please come with me to the infirmary.
Okay.
And watch your step. There's some pretty dark areas, so make sure you don't trip over anything.
Are they gonna clear up what she is yet or not? Probably not. I've seen a lot of people who still don't understand how she could be a thing in this game. And there are a lot of people that don't want to know. I don't know how they'd be able to explain it. Oh, there's the, oh wait, that's the down elevator. I gotta go up. There's the up elevator.
Keep up.
The other thing I like about these elevators is they do have a very old world feel. And the fortress is supposed to be, you know, ancient. So it makes sense that the elevator system is so weird in comparison to the other one.
Now that I think about it, I can leave this place soon. Huh?
What did you say?
I'm Oriel, a member of the Mutual Aid Network.
Okay.
Is there something you need?
Well, okay. It's so weird that we're just running into people who have voice lines. Just randomly. There was a guy like that near the Court of Fontaine also, and he had nothing to do with the story. It's very odd that they do this. I don't know. Maybe they just felt like making some things be a little more livelier in the story quests.
Please rest here for a moment. Oh, and would anyone like anything to drink? Paimon's not that thirsty, but thanks anyway. Thirst is a warning sign that you're dehydrated, which means you have to drink up even before that. I'll bring you some tea. I'm sure you'll have a lot to talk about.
No thanks. We had water earlier.
Concerned about everyone's health as always. Why aren't you two saying anything?
You noticed them too. The badges they wore on their chests looked quite familiar.
Familiar? Paimon didn't even realize they were wearing them. But if both of you say so, let's go ask them about it.
That's not a bad idea. I will stay here and wait for news from you.
Is he actually gonna just walk around? That would be funny.
I place great trust in Wriothesley, so I rarely visit the fortress of Meripede. However, exceptional circumstances call for exceptional measures. I hope I didn't cause him too much trouble.
What the heck was his crime anyway? Maybe I don't want to know that either. Maybe there's a lot of things here in the fortress that I don't want to know about. Just saying. It's a very sus place. Whoop. Here we go. Got two people over here to talk to.
Anything you need? Oh, this? Are you interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network?
Oh.
What's that?
We have a very long history, going back as far as 400 years ago.
Oh no.
We have never had many members throughout our history, nor do we have much of a reputation, but everyone treats each other like family. Helping each other is our purpose. At the same time, we seek to maintain just dealings as much as possible.
Sounds like a pretty neat organization.
Sounds like a very suspicious organization.
All we want is to defend ourselves. None of us have ever committed serious crimes, and we're not especially powerful either. We're at a natural disadvantage here in the fortress. But people won't give us a hard time if we stick together.
Oh, okay. She is important. Oh, so then that guy that we saw at near the Opera House is a member also. I haven't been looking for these badges yet, so I haven't been noticing them. But that could be why I was able to talk to that guy.
You two look kind of familiar.
Yeah, I saw you just a minute ago.
It's the symbol of the Mutual Aid Network designed by our first president. From what I've heard, it's based on something called a Medal of Peace. I've never seen one of those medals for myself, though. The first president of our network was an amazing person. Powerful as he was, he never used his strength against anyone. He encouraged the weaker criminals to stick together and look out for each other. All of us have a lot of respect for him.
Sparkly. Book. Oh, one of those books. Oh, the other person is up there. This way. Oh, they were like right next to the... Okay. I guess because of the direction I was moving, I didn't see them.
Interested in joining the Mutual Aid Network? If you'd like to learn more, here's our flyer. Our slogan may have evolved over the centuries, but our goal has remained unchanged. Here, this book is for you. You're welcome to come and sign up anytime.
We should have gathered enough information. Let's head back and talk to Neuvillette.
Seems like a bunch of people working together to try and manipulate the system in their favor. Sure, they haven't committed any crimes, but that doesn't mean they don't plan to. And if the law is in their favor, they wouldn't be considered crimes, would they?
Did you manage to gather any intel?
The people who wore the badges belong to an organization called the Mutual Aid Network. According to them, the badge's design was inspired by the Medal of Peace. Have you seen any of those before?
I personally crafted 2 of them myself. They were awarded to Carol and Vautrin. Carol's medal was destroyed in a fire. The only one that remained should belong to Vautrin.
Oh. So the network was inspired by...
Monsieur Neuvillette, His Grace has requested your presence in his office. He's found Domenico.
All right. Let us talk to him first and get to the bottom of this situation.
Sorry, I went to unmute the microphone and I'm walking off the edge. Hold up, am I going the right way?
Keep up.
Right, I gotta take the elevator. The down? Oh, okay. Well, I can just jump off the edge. Excuse me. Ooh, sparkly. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Allow me to introduce this fine gentleman, Domenico. Why don't you explain everything to him?
Neuvillette? What do you want? What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Calm down. I merely want to ask you a few questions. Was it your idea to send that letter to a Melusine? Hassan has already confessed, so there really isn't any need to keep hiding.
That idiot! I can't believe I trusted him.
Let me ask this another way. It was your idea to send that letter, correct?
Yes.
Who is pulling your strings?
What? You're not trying to frame me for something I haven't done, are you?
It's best if you realize the gravity of your situation. The Chief Justice of Fontaine has been personally investigating your case. I assume your previous attempt to incite unrest at the Fortress of Meripede has something to do with this as well.
I admit I acted on impulse. I'll tell you the truth. But before that, you must ensure my safety.
I can do that.
You see, we're all reasonable people here.
I only intended to do some small business at first. Someone contacted me about delivering some goods and promised me a generous sum of more in return. After making a few trips, I was suddenly approached by the Marechaussee Phantom. They accused me of smuggling prohibited items, and I was put on trial. But I refused to accept any of that. The ignorant can be rightfully absolved from guilt, right? Well, I suspect that someone got me locked up here so they could get their hands on my goods.
And then you decided to take revenge on the Melazines? Over that?
My initial target was Nervilette. Everyone in the Fortress of Meripede was declared guilty by him after all. So they must more or less hold a grudge against him, right? If I could get them to strike back. But for some reason, no one wanted to team up with me. That mutual aid network in particular. What did those nobodies even gain from trying to challenge me? Seriously. In the end, I had to redirect my focus onto Melazines to salvage things. I recall that Kiara was the one who confiscated my goods for inspection, so I asked one of the more approachable guards to send a letter, claiming that I meant to contact my family. But the letter was in fact addressed to Essa. I requested that he write a threat letter to Kiara and force her to resign from the Marechaussee Phantom.
Am I to assume that the claims you've made are your own thoughts? Have you been in contact with any suspicious people recently?
No.
Is it true that all members involved in the smuggling scandal have been caught?
Yes. And that's all I know.
Sigewinne, please take him back to the detention center. I'll deal with him later. So, Monsieur Nervilette, you were concerned that there might be a shadowy faction looking to capitalize on the delicate situation with the Melazines to stir up greater chaos?
Yes. I experienced a similar incident in the past, so I had to be prepared for any possibility.
And how long ago was this incident?
More than 400 years.
You might be overthinking this. Time can change a lot of things. Everything's different now.
What do you mean?
400 years ago, you and the Melazines you brought to Fontaine were the outliers in society. But in the present day, if someone were to threaten the safety of the Melazines, people wouldn't just sit back and do nothing. I trust that they would make different choices from before.
That's right! We saw lots of people standing up for Melazines on our way back to the Palais Mermonia.
Monsieur Nervilette, the Melazines are a species you introduced to Fontaine. How the public treats them is also reflective of their attitude towards you. When people refused to place their trust in Melazines, it was because they were still on the fence about you, their unfamiliar Chief Justice. For almost 500 years, you've conducted every trial with impartiality. You made the right judgment each time, regardless of whatever nonsense went on. People no longer have any reservations about you and even consider you a symbol of the law. Right now, your every decision will impact all of Fontaine. In other words, you've gradually transformed the whole nation.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder no one wanted to join forces with Domenico.
I am undeserving of such high compliments. From my perspective, I have simply been fulfilling my duties. It isn't anything special or worthy of praise. I'm simply fulfilling the promises I've made and searching for answers through my judgments. It is unnecessary to hold me in such high regard. The complexity of human emotions and willpower far exceed those of mine. As a matter of fact, I believe that you are the ones who deserve my respect.
There's no need to be so modest. The current state of affairs says it all. You're no longer that outsider you were before. Even if you wished to investigate something on your own, many would take the initiative to lend you a hand.
I must say that you've made a fair point. Thank you for clearing my doubts. Now that the case has been settled, I should get going.
Huh? You're leaving?
And so soon, too? Why not stay for a cup of tea?
Thank you for the offer, but I know how this place works all too well. While some are here to redeem themselves, there will inevitably be those who harbor resentment towards me. The less time I spend here, the better. My presence could very well result in an unwanted disturbance.
In that case, I'll have to insist. I still have 2 more things to say.
Please, go ahead.
The first is about the guard who helped Domenico send that letter.
I know of what you speak. The guard was indeed deployed from the Palais Mermonia's staff. However, as I mentioned earlier, I visited today on personal business. Therefore, I leave that matter in your hands.
Well, that makes things a lot easier. Hey now, don't let your imagination run wild. Those from up there have a tendency to sympathize with others. However, down here, such thoughts will put you at high risk. I'll have a chat with the guard and remind him to take precautions in the future.
I see no issues with that.
Great! That's one thing out of the way. What's the other thing you wanted to say?
The other thing was born from my own sense of curiosity. Now, I've heard that you investigated the mutual aid network. Is that right?
Yep. Neverland thought their badges looked familiar.
I noticed the small gang as well when I first took over the Fortress of Meripede. They were not great in number, but every member always made sure to stand up for what was right. I've looked into their founder, Vautrin, who once stood trial and was sentenced to imprisonment in the fortress. According to existing documentation, Vautrin remained disciplined throughout his imprisonment. He had never once engaged in physical or verbal aggression. In other words, how he presented himself in prison was very different from his behavior in court.
What?
Aw, I guess he learned his lesson after all. So, Neverland did the right thing in sentencing him. It actually gave him some time in prison to think about what he did and realize it was a mistake.
During his trial, I could sense that his feelings were complicated. He appeared to be full of resentment, and I believe he had every right to feel that way.
Perhaps he had been putting on an act.
An act?
Neuvillette and Vautrin had a close relationship as superior and subordinate. Vautrin must have known that the Chief Justice would make an impartial judgment. Thus, the more resentment he displayed, the clearer it would be to those present that you were upholding justice. And to those who had been sitting on the fence, Vautrin's act was a very meaningful one. That's all from me. Does anyone else have anything to say? Now's your chance.
I don't have anything to say. Apart from expressing my gratitude, that is. Well then, let us head back. No need to see us off.
Please, take care.
Oh, okay, thank goodness they warped us all the way over to here, because I was about to say, wow, we're going to have to walk all the way back from the fortress. Alright, so it looks like Neverland had nothing to worry about. And now I guess we're going to get his final say in the subject.
That trial is something I rarely bring up in conversation, but I have always felt deep regret for what happened to both Carol and Vautrin. The words he spoke in court often replay in my mind, as if urging me on to do something.
I can't control how fast I'm going.
But Riley said he never resented you, right?
Sorry if I stop
Isn't
a
that a
little
good
bit.
thing?
I believe I now understand what he wanted to tell me. I feel conflicted about those words. How should I describe it? Surprise, relief, fear, and regret. But this blend of emotions has led me to finally understand some things. I would like to hear your thoughts too. What do you think of me?
Paimon agrees with everything Risley said. As Chief Justice, every single one of your trials makes an impact on Fontaine. What do you think, Traveler? Hey, any comments?
What I really think is, every trial you've ever judged has left its impression on you. And that's what makes you who you are today.
Eternal Memoir.
He spoke!
Traveler talking.
He's talking in a regular story mission. Like, this isn't even an Archon mission. Wow, you could tell they're really doing something now. Over at MiHoYo, they're just like, okay, we gotta do something. We gotta start giving the lead character more lines, because it's weird that Paimon's talking for him so many times. Wow. Okay, well, I hope to see more of this in the future. It's good to actually hear his genuine opinions as opposed to reading 2 lines of choices, you know?
That is indeed a reasonable assumption. As I said, I find it difficult to express my emotions because I cannot fully understand myself. But I trust your judgment. Since some time ago, I have begun to notice the changes that have occurred upon my person. These changes were not due to any specific occurrence, but emerged as a result of time itself. I will try to contemplate this further. Thank you both.
Oh, huh? It's raining! Oh no, Paimon forgot to bring an umbrella! Come on, let's hurry before it rains harder!
It's raining again? I've had enough of this weather.
There go my travel plans.
Did you read the news this morning? Quick, put away everything on the clothesline.
When is this rain going to stop?
Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
They're planning to reanimate the monster. We have to report this to the Chief Justice.
The Fortress of Meripede. It's a good place for me.
He owes me so many answers.
Nervillette? You could say he's the real symbol of Fontaine's justice.
Watch him closely. He could be trouble.
How can 2 completely different species possibly coexist?
Who's been threatening Melusines? Show yourself!
You will see much in the human world, from the delightful to the depressing. And one day, when you have dwelt among humanity long enough, you will be placed to bring judgment over all as a spokesperson for Fontaine's past.
Good morning, Monsieur Neuvillette! The rainy season's almost over! The skies are supposed to clear in a few days!
I hope you find time to enjoy the sunny days ahead.
Is the matter resolved?
Yep, we found the person who sent that threatening letter. Risley said he'd keep a close eye on him, so the Melusine should be safe now.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Sorry for dragging you all into this.
There's no need to apologize.
Yeah, you didn't drag us in. We got involved of our own accord.
By the way, where's Kiara?
At the Palais Mermonia, more than 50 people offered to protect her. Some even hid within the bushes to look out for danger. I was worried that the excess of protection would make her feel uneasy, so I asked her to stay inside the Palais. It's very safe in there.
What a relief.
Well, now it looks like the dust has finally settled. To celebrate this joyous occasion, Monsieur Nouvelette, would you be interested in an exclusive interview?
That's not how you celebrate.
I will consider it.
Really?
Of course. My schedule is full for the following weeks, but I should be available next month. Come up with questions during the intervening days, and I will answer them to the best of my ability.
Yes! Thank you so much, Monsieur!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must head back to the Palais and issue a communique to publicize our investigation results. I hope it will assuage the concerns of all.
Charlotte had a brain blast there for a second. I don't know if I want to talk to her. It's like, are you okay?
Oh, an exclusive interview! Am I dreaming? Oh, what should I ask him?
Don't let anything hold you back. Make the most of this opportunity and ask away.
I agree. He'll decline any question he can't answer anyway, so you might as well give all of them a shot.
First question, are you a dragon? Don't worry, I won't write this in my report. Wait, hold up. I gotta go back to...
Keep up.
Wait, I keep forgetting where the damn elevator is. It's in the very center. The room to the elevator is in the very center. I just gotta remember that I have to go into the building. I remember I kept going around that pillar in the center thinking that it was the elevator and thinking, what the hell? Oh, it's right here. Wait. Top floor. It's so funny, all of this was just a misunderstanding. Dude sent the letter to someone and it ended up getting ended up being given to a Melusine. No wonder everybody that was involved seemed so nervous about what was going. They were just like, what? Just got delivered to the wrong person. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, the whole time I was like, it makes no sense. Why would you be so mean to a Melusine? It makes no sense. I mean, back then I realized, yeah, the criminal element wouldn't like the Melusine because they foil a lot of their plans. And there she goes. Oh, she's sleeping. They sleep standing up. The little sleeping noises. Is Nouvelette in here yet too? No. Just little sleeping noises. Should we wake her up?
Kiara?
Monsieur Nouvelette? Sorry, I accidentally fell asleep.
It's quite all right. I'm here to tell you that we have caught the sender of that threatening letter. You're safe now.
Thank you, Monsieur. And thank you too, Traveler and Big Sis Paimon. Everyone's been so nice to me, so I've always felt really safe.
Do you remember Domenico? He was the sender of that letter.
Let me think. I can't remember. My memory isn't that good, so I easily forget things. By the way, I saw Carol in my dreams just now. Where's she gone, by the way? I haven't seen her in a long time. In my dream, she looked really happy. She held my hand and said, "Kiara, our dreams have finally come true." I can't remember what our dreams were anymore, and I don't know why. But I felt really happy too.
I can sense your joy. It is indeed a delightful moment.
Monsieur Neuvillette, are you happy too? Oh, I almost forgot. Am I allowed to go out now? I promised to model for Alov.
Of course. Off you go.
See you next time, Monsieur, Traveler, and Big Sis Paimon.
See you next time.
And there we go. That wraps up another story. Is he still in here? Yep, there he is. Ah, a reply note. Away for personal reasons. We'll be back in a day. That's why we haven't seen her throughout this whole thing. We saw literally everyone else but Farina. Personal reasons. Oh me, oh my. Has the Chief Justice finally come to his senses? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You should follow my example and go out more often. You need to get to know the people better. Even if something unfortunate happens, you'll still run into lots of unique characters along the way. What do you think? The human world isn't that bad. Now is it? Oh, too bad. It can be pretty bad. Okay, it's the same thing. But yeah, Farina's been away this whole time. That's why she's the only one that didn't participate in this in this story.
I really can't fathom what goes on in her head sometimes.
Everyone else was a part of my story except her. Well, let me think. Is that true? Was like the Fontaine cast? Was all of the Fontaine cast in this story? I mean, obviously, except for Farina. I think so, yeah. Everyone, even people that we wouldn't consider as being part of Fontaine. Like, I can't remember the name of the father character. Because she's a Fatui, I wouldn't really consider her to be one of the main members of the cast here. Because, I mean, you don't see the Fatui in a lot of events or things outside of the Archon quest, so it was weird that she was in this too. And in the ending cutscene, no less. Just an all-star cast of people. Except for Farina. Because she wasn't here. She was just like, nah, I'm not going to be here. Not for this. Very weird. I mean, technically, you could say that that letter was her participation in this event, but everybody else got voice casted to be in this. I think it's unique that
The
these
value of
things
knowledge
turn
cannot
depending
simply
on
be
what kind of
quantified in
exit or
monetary
entrance
terms.
it is. You don't see that kind of care put into elevators most of the time. In video games, I mean. Usually they just make it a platform that goes up and down, you know? No walls. It's not that they don't do that. They do it a couple of times in Sumeru. But here in Fontaine, they make their elevators exquisite. You know, if they aren't super ancient like the ones in the fortress. But even then, they took into consideration the fact that it's old technology, so they treated it as such. They could have just made one platform that goes up and down. But no. Makes more sense to make it old-fashioned like that. To where they only go in one direction and you have to have multiple. So this was fun. Have these two always been here? I can't remember now. Shoot. I saw them and I was like, are they new characters? Wait, I don't think... Oh yeah, I'm not standing in my usual spot.
Ad Astra
The chair's right behind me. Oh yeah, daily commission.
Thank you for completing today.
Alright. I do like that they added that to where you could get all of the daily missions done just by doing events or stories or things like that, you know? It makes it way easier for me. No, I have 3 people in Fontaine. I don't really have to. I mostly have 3 people in Fontaine because I'm trying to get a nice collection of Fontaine materials. I don't know why I always have to have Klee do it. Let's have Yunfei spend some time here. Makes sense. She can get more legal stuff done. Is there anything I have to craft that I haven't been crafting? Like fish food, for example. And there it is up there. No, I still have only 3 because I need to get the other recipes, but I have to get fish to get them, and I haven't been fishing as much. Oh, jeez. Oh, girl, gee. Alright, I didn't unlock any achievements with all that. Let's see how many Primogems I got. Oof, that's not that much. I guess I'll just continue holding on to the Primogems. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Nevelet. I wanted to try and get him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm going to have to wait until the next banner and roll on that. It's not that I didn't try to get him, I just ended up getting Tanari instead. And while I do like Tanari, I do enjoy using him, I was planning to get a new character, you know? Oh well. Okay, let's head back. I'll give my thanks and stuff, and then I'll end the stream. Alright. So, over on Twitch, I want to thank 4K for stopping by and saying hello, or just saying oh. It's at least good to see you in the chat. And I want to thank you, Eternal, for stopping by and hanging out for a little while. It was good seeing you too. I'm happy that fellow Genshin Impact players like to stop by every now and then. It really helps me put in perspective exactly how rare it is we see certain things in this game. Like the traveler talking. That was crazy that they had that in there. I didn't even expect it to happen, because when it cut to him, I thought he was just going to do the thing where he makes the questionable face and then words would display, but he actually said something that was unique. That was pretty cool. I feel like they've been doing that too much, you know? Having Paimon be the voice of your character. I realize that's something that happens in a lot of RPGs, but they could once in a while give Zach Aguilar the reins and have him do some kind of something, you know? Alright, so over on YouTube, I want to thank Roy for stopping by. It was good to see you again. And Time Lords for being here. It's always good having you stop by. Be a good moderator. Let's take a look here. Was there anyone else that showed up? Oh yeah, the new person, Nap Nap. Or Nep Nep. Thank you for stopping by, Nep Nep. It was good seeing you and your little kitten box emoji. I didn't realize that was a thing, but it's cute. Thank you for stopping by. And I want to thank my newest follower. I think I have my list here. Hold on. Let's see here. Gotta pull it up on my phone. Hold up. Alright, my newest subscriber, Long Dovu. Thank you very much for subscribing. It was very nice of you. And to anyone else watching in the archives, I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you didn't, then feel free to share this video with someone you think might enjoy it. That also helps the channel out. I will talk to you all tomorrow. I'm not going to be playing Genshin Impact. I think I should play more Sonic Frontiers. I still haven't finished the new DLC. And I have still been dodging a lot of spoilers for that game. So it's good for me to get it done as fast as I can. So yeah, more Sonic Frontiers tomorrow. And then the next day, I don't know. I'm not sure how things are going to play out. But I'll talk to you all then. I'm gonna get myself to sleep, and I hope you all have a great day, great night, depending on where you live. Good night, everybody.
Eternal Memoir. Said. Good nights. All creator. Said.